Okay. Oh, let's see. Hey, what's going on? All right, y'all. Some of y'all coming in. Y'all at home too. Hey. Uh-oh. I'll let a couple more people come in before I just get started. Let me work on that word. I am going to create one of the pages based off of our journal prompts for the day. Hey. So if you have your journal stuff, go ahead and grab it. It does not matter what you have. Pull out whatever you have. And I'll be setting up a page today. And that's what we are going to do. Of course, this is impromptu as always. I got a little second wind after I got off of work, took a shower, ate a little bit, relaxed, and then I was like, let me just go live or something. How are y'all doing today? I do have two things that I think I'll be using on my page. This right here is a little bit of vellum. And this is, y'all, all of these papers are super old. And this is a paper. So it's, it's February 14th. Yeah, so it's February 14th. I'm not like I used to be years ago where I used to be like, oh, I can't stand this day. The day actually doesn't bother me at all. However, I do know that for some people, it is a day where there's a little opposition. So I thought I would come on here and just create a page, chat a little bit, and then go on about my business. So, people come in, cool. If not, whoever is here is here. Go ahead and take this book out. If you're catching the replay once it's over, thanks for watching. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go on one of the other pages. If you were on the live last night, we created two different pages. We did this one, and I actually went in and added a little bit of washi tape after I got off screen. And then we created this page right here. So now I am going to go in and create a page for one of the journal prompts. And I am going to label it day one somewhere on here. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that. Y'all, the only thing that I knew was these were the two sheets that I was going to work on. Happy Heart Day to you too. So yes, I knew these were two sheets that I wanted for sure. And then, we'll probably be layering some things as we go. So again, if you have your journal, go ahead and grab your journal out, y'all. And as people come in, we'll start talking about Valentine's Day. And I'll just give a couple of people suggestions. Hopefully y'all are comfortable enough to type in the comment section. Just to kind of give you a different outlook on Valentine's Day for the people that it bothers. Now, if it don't bother you, hey girl or guy, y'all know I never know who's on here. Enjoy your day, but I did want to give people another outlet if this is a day that kind of bothers them or triggers them into feeling a certain way. If you pull out your journal, you can't harbor on those things. When your mind is occupied in another space, it's really limited on being able to focus on what you do not like. If you are just jumping on, I was mentioning, yeah, I know me and these little cricket lines. I was mentioning Valentine's Day doesn't bother me, but I do know that it bothers some people. So I just wanted to give people a different outlet so that your mind can go elsewhere and we can chat about that. And I would always like to say something like, don't define love by one day. And I know it's not necessarily the love per se, it's seeing it in abundance, right? Anytime something that you don't like is thrown in your face, it tends to make you overthink about those things. But you also have to realize you have an option. We've been attached to social media so long that sometimes we forget you can unplug for a day or two. You're not gonna miss nothing, I promise. All right, so I know that I want this to be like a little bit of a background. And I'm gonna pull out probably a couple of different tools. Yeah, if you weren't here last night, I did not find the watercolors today because I actually haven't been home that long. So I didn't even make an effort to look for those. So didn't do that. Y'all know I'm always pulling some scraps. So remember we had some scraps from yesterday. And so if you have scrapbook and paper around the house, you know, find it. And you can utilize it however you want. Remember, it does not have to be perfect. That's not the goal of journaling. Journaling is to get your thoughts and ideas out. If you want to add a creative flair, this is where this comes in. This is not required. And all y'all see me doing is second guessing if this is how I want this on this page. And if I'm going to add anything else. Hey, everybody popping in. All right. I think I want to add like something different to it. Let's see. If I turn it this way. I do know for sure we're going to layer. That I do know. Are gonna layer. So I feel like that's one page. I keep going back and forth, y'all, because I'm like, do I want it over here? I kind of like it this way. All right, let me just go on and stick this down so we can get to the next part of it. And so this is actually day 1 of the 14-day challenge. Thank you to those that have already bought the journal prompts. Y'all keep rolling in. I appreciate it. So if you bought the journal prompts, I hope you already printed them out. And just a little tip, you can always cut around the journal prompts. I don't know if y'all noticed I kind of positioned it a little bit so you can kind of cut around if you wanted to paste it in your journal and you didn't necessarily want to write everything. I intentionally did that. I did some of the images as well because you can use those in your journal. You can actually layer some of that stuff. All right, y'all, we got the first thing down. Sort of, kind of. Hindsight 2020, the hearts are upside down. Huh? Funny. Oh, well. Now the vellum is going to kind of be an overlay. So what I'll do is when I figure out which cardstock I'm going to layer this with, I'll put something in the middle and that's going to pretty much probably say day 8. I mean, not day 8, day 1 on that side. I really didn't, Winona, so apparently it was meant to do that, right? It is a different view of it. I like how you think. Yeah. And if y'all notice, again, I'm not doing everything for perfection. Or do I want it over here? Ooh, hold on. So this is the fun part about journal art, because you can, if I wasn't on here, I probably would be stuck on this way longer. Okay, so we know we need to have something that we can see through. So let me see what cardstock I have. Then I also have some stickers over here that I may use. Ooh, do I want to look at? All right, y'all, what do we have over here? The yellow hat might work. Then I found a little flag. Yeah, I'm just finding everything, right? Let's see. All right, I think I want to pull in this yellow. I want to pull in the yellow over there. Let's do that. All right. So remember, your scraps like this, you're going to keep these. You might want like a little small box or a small drawer. And you can place those in there somewhere. Right? And then we probably need something. Yes, journaling prompts comes out twice a month. One on the 1st and one on typically the 15th or whatever's around that Friday. And the previous ones do stay up. So if you didn't get a chance to get the other ones from last month, they're up. The one from the beginning of this week. So yes, new journaling prompts every month. Every month. I can tell you next month's title is going to be called Live a Little. So that's just to give you a little insight. And actually next month, the tangible store will be opening again as well. To be some different stuff from what some of you all were accustomed to. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so let's talk about a journal entry, right? For a day like today. Whether you like this day or not, a journal entry can be done, right? So you don't want to necessarily run away from your journal entry, because in the case that you don't like the day, why not? Instead of focusing on why you don't like the day, you may focus on something that actually went right within the day that doesn't magnify what you don't like. And or if you're willing to do the work on discussing why you don't like the day, then this might be the journal prompt for you, okay? So if you want to draw a broken heart, by all means, draw a broken heart. But you also want to discuss with yourself why. Why do I really not like this day? What are you equating to the day? What could you do differently so you don't put so much emphasis on not liking that day? What could you do to change your mood, right? So we got to fill the page. And at this point, it's 9:33. Okay, 9:33. The day is almost over. But kind of focus on everything that happened today and write about the entire day, not the holiday, if that's what you celebrate. So fill the page. We are doing day 1. Hey, thanks for asking. If you go under the community tab, the link is on there to purchase the journal prompts. So on my page, you should be able to click the community tab. And I think that should be the very first message that you see from today, because I didn't put anything else up today. And if you can't find it there and you're on IG, I'm Journal Jot and Jive on Instagram. And it's on there. And or you can go to payhip.com/Journal Jot and Jive, and it'll take you there. Thank you for asking. All right, so we're going to put today's date. I'm going to write it real small. And for good measure, in the corner somewhere, let's see what color we can do that with. Oh. And then outline that with a little black. If I can find a fine point black pen. But of course you don't want to be found. Because I need you. There is nothing fine point about this, but we'll make this work. Or maybe not. Oop, I swiped that. With your Jelly Roll Moonlight pens, if you get them, make sure to put the top on them, y'all, because they will dry out if you leave the top off too long. And those little puppies are not cheap to be leaving the top off. Do we want that in the center? Let's put this at the top because I don't like how that little edge is showing. So let me do that. And then, so what we will need to do is washi this in. And I'm gonna let it come out just a little bit so I can washi. So while I did all that little cute decor on the little edge, that might not even be seen. It all depends on the washi that I am able to find. Because clearly, I didn't think that part through. And I have actually been using my little washi up. I think this is all, I'm not going to say it's all I have left. It's all that's in front of me right now. But I do see something at the bottom of the bowl. All right, come on, washi. So just know, this ain't the most traditional way to store washi. Oh, and that puppy was all the way at the bottom. Hey, how are you? All right, so we're gonna extend it out a little bit, and then I'll cut around. First of all, y'all, why do I still have this in the background? I could have been moved that. We're gonna extend this out, so all that little cute frilly stuff we did right there, we're probably not gonna see. Yep, we're probably not. And so I'm gonna do this way. And if y'all notice, I'm not doing anything for perfection right now. Now, there are moments where I am more anal about how something is, but this particular book, not so much. All right, so I'm just putting that down. If I was going to be really like anal about precision, I would pull out like my Cricut or my Silhouette and cut the page to exact size. But who has time for that today? Not I. Oh, Judy is left. So now the thing about washi is, y'all know washi doesn't stick down. You can keep moving it. So if you're going to want this to stay in place, you're going to need to put a little glue. I'll decide at some point. But right now, it's not a biggie. And so you see, that's how you kind of tip a piece of vellum in. You take that washi and put it down. So I am thinking I am going to have to glue mine just a little bit because it is going to keep lifting. So I'm going to take the tape runner because remember, this is permanent. Take that down over there. So I'm going to lift it. And just run a little bit of it right here. And so all that does is gives you just a different view, right? So if you wanted to see this side, you'll see it. Or if you want this to cover your writing a little bit, it can cover the other side. Now, some people would do a double run of washi tape. It's totally up to you. So you could do a slight double run over here. Just know these are not my correct craft scissors. So I have a kit of these, and I think it's like 4 or 5 that come in this size. And there are a small pair, but they are politely upstairs in my room. And so what that means is I'm over here doing a whole bunch of hard work for no reason. All right, so that's a little piece on the vellum. You can flip it, and it kind of gives you a little cohesiveness if you want to see both sides looking like that. All right, so we know that this is day 1. Fill the page. You could do a couple of things over here. If you have like this black little piece right here, you can actually do a journal entry in between these right here. So don't always think of the page just has to stay this way. Whatever you want to write, you can have small moments in there. Let me look at and we are going to add some florals, as I mentioned before, because I like really extreme abstract pages. You look at the prompt. Oh, yeah, I sure ain't listen to my own instructions. See how I don't follow my own rules? They're supposed to be in the middle of the page. So, give me a second. I'm going to add something to the middle of the page. I need another scrap sheet of paper. And I'll actually cut that part. I need a scrap sheet of paper so I can do the 14. And I want something different from this. So we have this sticker that we could use that says today. Let's roll with that. I have to do some serious gluing in a second. Yeah, I keep looking at this because I don't know if this ink is dry. Don't even know if this pen was supposed to be used on that. All right, so let us find us some little florals. Y'all know I gotta have some flowers somewhere on here. Let's find us some florals that work with this. Oh, that's cute. I want to tie some flowers in with this. See how I can do that. All right, how can we tie this in? I think we back, y'all. Hold on, I gotta fix the phone up and then move it. Hey, Tammy. We haven't had one of those moments in a long time. Thanks for coming back, y'all. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with that. Alright, so that's how I tied that page in with the other flower. And I'm still stuck with this little piece right here. So let's just add this right up in this little area. And I low-key feel like I need to move this a little bit. Just a little bit. I think, y'all, I think I'm going to let this be over this page where I'm going to write. Because that bending back and forth is so not working in my favor. So we just going to move that one over here. And so this is where the journal entry will go. I mean, it still does the same thing flipping back, but I think it just works better over here. And I'm going to leave the imperfection of that line right there. Okay, hey lady. All right, so this is where the journal moment will occur right here, right? Yeah, see how that's bothering me, right? Because I keep putting that. Yes, this is vellum tipped in, so it can work either way. It can be over here to cover this, or it can cover your journal entry, so to work either way. So we know I like a little boldness to stand out on my journal pages, so I'm just going in to add a little line. And so you can print on vellum, y'all. You can actually, so you can print on vellum, and it's just good like as a transparent little thing. So you're writing, let's just say you was flipping on a video, for those that do videos, you was flipping real quick. Unless you just really gonna be still and zooming in that hard. Yeah, nah. And then it just kind of gives a cute little view. So you see how it's like that, and then you open it. I just like it. I like vellum. And this is actually a piece of pink vellum. I can't even tell you when I got that vellum. It's so old. And so remember I told you you can write small journal words right here. So let's just say you had something like this that gave you lines with the white. You can write what your emotions are for the day, right? So you know, if, again, you have the journal prompts, this is the one geared around the 14th. So what are those emotions? How do you feel? Happy, sad, indifferent, whatever that might have been that day. And then that's where you can go in depth on this part right here. And remember, your journal entry does not have to be super, super long. So if this is one of those days that you just don't like that much, keep it quick and to the point. If you had an amazing day today and you want to remember those things, be descriptive. Perhaps you might put a picture in. So let's just say this is the vellum on one side. You might want to add a photo of your day, of your experience, and then kind of write a little quick little memory. Perhaps you want to say, this is where I went, this is what I got, this is how I felt, who, what, when, where, and why. You can also, when you finish your journal entry, if this is something that you don't want to flip open right then and there, then you just take you a paper clip and you can flip it. And so if you want to see how thick my journal is right now, this journal is almost complete. And so this gives me satisfaction to see a journal get really, really thick like this. And when you finish, you can just put a rubber band on it. So this is what I have left. So by the time we finish this prompt and I go back through here and do a couple of affirmations and stuff like this, this will be completely full. Really should be full by the end of this month. So that's that. So yes, if you have been journaling with me, you have one page put together. If you did yesterday, then you have 3 pages already done in 2 days. 2 days. See how it develops? So I just like the fun of seeing the pages just come together. I am going to go ahead and flip this over because there's another one. And I'm infamous for this, whether you buy a prompt from me or not. There's always going to be definitions. And thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. So there is always going to be definitions with my journal prompts. I don't care when you buy, how you buy, where you buy. And sometimes when I'm just talking on videos, I'm very huge on defining words. I don't care how long you have heard the word, know the word, think you know the word. When you're answering some of the prompts, just becoming more familiar with the word again kind of makes your writing a little bit, I'm not going to say easier, but you're more in tune. So we are going to write, define it. I am not going to put the words that are in the prompts because that's not fair to people that bought them. But I can write define it. And I'm going to get some washi because I'm on the quest to use all the washi up. I am glad. I've been getting a lot of people mentioning that they're trying new techniques with the journaling. So that is awesome. I am glad it is working for y'all. And or you have tried it out. This is probably one of my favorite parts of journal prompts, is the define it part. So the prompts release twice a month. So you'll get 2 sets of, so let me rephrase. If you're just buying off of the sites, PayHip, you'll get 2 sets of journal prompts per month. If you are a member of Patreon, you get a totally different set of prompts that has nothing to do with the prompts on here. Patreon will be revamping in April. So stay tuned for those details. And then starting next month, the physical store will open and y'all will have some items in there that are tangible that may not necessarily coincide with the journal prompts. It's just for people. Some people like to have stuff in hand. Some people like to have the quick access of downloading. So yes, y'all will see some new stuff coming. I'm excited. So yes, 2 per month via PayHip, 1 per month via Patreon. Tangible items will start being released in March. Thanks for asking, just in case somebody else needed to know that as well. have. All right, so what I'm gonna do right here, y'all, is the word bank. Oh, I took it back to high school, elementary. The word bank will go right here, and then I believe it's 13 or 14 words to define. And I'll write them right here. Now I get real extra when I start writing these. I don't know why I try to do it on two pages or one page. It's just my stubbornness. I don't want to flip it over. So it's actually, I got a little frog in my voice. It's colder here today. Not like, I think it's like 40, but we were actually in the high 70s at the top of the week, which is crazy. Like, and people were outside without their shirts on. I was like, okay, don't get sick if you want to. I still had on long sleeve shirts. I ain't playing with nobody. So yeah, it's colder now. It was warmer, but it was raining. It was raining pretty much all week. Today is our first day without rain. And while it was pretty outside, I was at work all day. I left once to get something to eat, and then the second time to go home. And by the time I did that, the sun was going down. But I am thankful. So no complaints. I need a skinnier pen. Like, where are all my black pens? Any other day. You know what? Let's not do black. Let's pull in some blue. This corner rounder, I would say Michael's or Hobby Lobby, one of those two. They have some that are a little better than those. They have one that has like the double handles. I just haven't invested in it yet. I believe those are by Fiskars. And you know, with Fiskars, you gotta wait for those to go on sale because they can be extremely high. But don't sleep on your local Goodwills and thrift stores, y'all. A lot of people turn in craft stuff over time. I've seen people walk out with covers, like tin covers, ring covers. All right, since we pulled in, I know y'all can't tell that's blue because it still looks black on screen, but let's pull in a blue. Oh, this is a pretty blue. No, ma'am. No discounts. Nope, nope, nope. Not reopening because it's not the same stuff. Hey, Pine. Believe y'all, Pine is about to tell me to stamp it. I'm going to tell you right now. She is about to make me stamp something, okay? Hey, Ash. Ash, I really liked your page today. It was really pretty. Told y'all she was coming to tell me to stamp it. Oh, y'all, we got to stamp it. Hold on. I already think I know which one we're going to do. See? And that's when you find a pen you was looking for. And up. All right. Hello, stamps. What shall we do? I believe we're going to find... Oh, this little bow is cute. Yeah, so no, you'll have an email that goes out. No discounts prior will be used. There's a revamp to the store. And so in order for you to get some of those new things, I can't keep discounting the world. Once you buy your next order, there will be new discounts, but those will be used differently. So anything that was in 2019 is no longer into 2020. You know, y'all don't keep asking me for discounts. That was last year. We in the new year. All right. So I think we're going to, matter of fact, we are going to do this. Yeah, so when it reopens, it ain't gonna look the same. Nothing left, nothing old. Out with the old, in with the new. All right, so we're gonna do this one. Yeah, no, ask, because somebody else might have that same question. But all of that will be included. I think you're on the email list. You should be on the email list, I believe. Okay, y'all, this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to have to write real itty bitty. I would think I want this to be right there. That's what we're going to do right there. I don't know if I really want it to be super dark. But we're going to get what we're going to get. I kind of think I want it to be a little distressed. Let me mix a little black in there. Y'all look at me acting like I know what I'm doing, adding a little. Probably got too much ink on this thing. All right, here it is. Here it go. Oh, Father. One Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. Oh no, is that dust? Wait. Okay then. Hey, clipboard, we got a little spillage, but that's all right. It don't even matter. All right, so we got us a little clipboard. Wait for it. We're gonna add to it. We're gonna add to our little clipboard. Look at it. Just look at the clipboard coming together. Find time to touch that. That probably wasn't dry. Here we pull that yellow. you. Thank you, Jazzy. And so what I'll do is go in and write, the word, and then I'll do the defining over here on this side. But I'll just do like the list of the words. So I'll probably put like a little circle by each word, because we have what? 1, 2, 3. So I'll probably split the words in half. So 2 per line. So I already have, so again, if you're just paying attention to what I'm doing, even though I'm not completing the journal prompt right now, I'm just setting up pages. So we have this page set up for today. And again, if you are looking into the Stalogy, let me kind of show you what you may not like. It does bleed through. I don't know if y'all can kind of see. It does have like a bleed through. So if that bothers you, this paper is not going to be your jam. I kind of like it because it kind of gives that distress type thing. I'm even into taking coffee filters, like the coffee grinds, taking the filter and kind of stamping it to make the page look aged. We'll get into y'all seeing stuff like that throughout the year. So y'all will see more techniques on how I use my journal. That was one of the things that I said, okay, I want to work on some new things, being able to show y'all, because it's easy to say, hey, y'all, journal with me. And if I'm not really showing you how to journal, you can't really journal with me. So y'all will be seeing some new stuff on the channel. So if you have some ideas or things that you think you would like to see, you can always put it in my community tab. There is one that says, what are some videos that you would like to see? And some of you have given some really, really good ideas. So I can't wait to actually incorporate some of those ideas. So this is my Define It page. This is that February page. So these are 2 pages that will be filled up. So day 1, every page I'm not going to necessarily put day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. But by the end, I'll have 14 journal entries, if not more. It just depends, because on some of those journal entries, you can actually expound on them. You may do something more than once based off of the exercise, and then you would be able to have additional journal entries in your journal. So does anybody have any questions? Because I think in a minute I'm about to get off, so I can go ahead and write my journal entry. And matter of fact, I'm gonna probably do both of them, because like I said, defining the words is my favorite part. The easiest thing is push your button on your phone and ask Google the word, and you can go ahead and just write it out, and you'll be able to finish that. So we are starting our 14-day challenge. If you are just popping on, we have the 14-day fill the page challenge. What the challenge encompasses is I created 14 journal prompts that you can use. Some of the journal prompts you will be able to carry over into each month, and that way you'll get used to writing about something each month in your journal, and you won't get stuck on the only time you open your journal is if something is going wrong. Your journal should read like a book. It should not sound like a broken record. So in order for that to happen, you would need to write the great, the good, and the not so good. So those are a couple of tips. If you need me to say that again, your journal should not read like a broken record. It should read like a book. You know, a book has plots, twists, turns. It has different characters. So, you know, your journal probably shouldn't just be all about you. Okay? There may need to be parts about you, but it really should be so detailed that when you look at your life, it doesn't look like only the same thing happened every single day, when that's just not the reality in life. If you're interested in the journal prompts, the link is in the community tab. You just click on the link. It'll take you there. You purchase it. It's an instant download. You print it out. You can print it and scale it down to whatever size. I have seen some people print it out by the 8x11. I think that's the size of the paper. Some people have scaled down to a 5x7, 4x6. You can do whatever you want to put them in there. And then again, once you see them, you'll actually be able to cut around them and paste them in if you want to. I'm probably going to do one day utilizing it and pasting it in here. And I'll make sure that's one that's not giving too much away when I actually do that. And if you're not already, join the Journal Jot and Jive Facebook group. If you're interested in posting within that group, feel free to post your journal pages as long as it's nothing off the wall. I don't really monitor the group as long as you aren't, what do you call it? As long as you aren't self-promoting and all of that stuff. Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, I saw yours when it came through today. Thank you for the support. And so, yeah, you can get ideas in the group right now. It's a little different in the group because I think people feel like, oh, it's a journal, I can't post anything. But I think the mindset is posting your personal stuff. This is a post right here. Like, I may go on the page and post this today, like, hey, are you ready to fill the page? You may have your prompts and you may say, I got my prompts, I'm ready to write. Just don't post the actual prompt page, because then I'll have to delete that out, right? And so I may even do this, like, here's an example of how I set up my define it pages. That's things that you can post in the group just to give people ideas. There are really a lot of creative ladies in the group. Some people are shy, some people aren't. So I am really excited to see the group continue to develop as people get comfortable. Okay. So that's that. If you like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing but a finger movement, a little muscle, a little bone moving back and forth. And what that does is it tells YouTube that you're interested, and they can actually put me in the algorithm and move me up so I can be seen. So if I can be seen, I can get paid, and then I can buy more things to do different things for YouTube, okay? So that's that. I really appreciate all of you all for staying around for me. And again, lastly, if today was not one of your favorite days, don't put so much energy in one day. Love is not defined by one day. It's defined every day. It's what you value love as. And put in the universe what you want, and you will get it back. All right? So have an amazing night.